Hello everybody, welcome to your daily pop of positivity. Now it's in Cape Cod, right outside our hotel. It's so funny, the moment that I decided I was going to come outside and do it, the wind started to pick up, so I had to acclimate to that, and then I needed a place where I could set up as well. But I just wanted to give you guys a little fill in and then your pop. So what we've been doing is every day, it's funny, we're on an absolute cycle. These two are trying to eat their way through everything in Massachusetts. There is one of the best restaurants in the world here for breakfast called Celtic Kitchen, and we go there every day. And then we go mini golfing. Hagen loves that. And then today we got to see one of the nice beaches right up in the road. We are in Yarmouth, and if anybody knows the kind of strip it goes into a bunch of other towns, and then if you follow it all the way down, we were in Provincetown yesterday. It was so beautiful. But here was my daily pop that I took from all of this, and I decided before we left for vacation, something that I was going to do is simply not be bothered by anything. I was going to let everybody else, if they wanted to, have a say, take the reins, not make anything into a big deal, because, you know, this might be Hagen's, he's 18, his last kind of getaway with us, and to just really enjoy that kind of like idyllic summer of just relaxing and not having to get to work or get a job or go to work or go to college yet, and just relax. And Ian really only takes like 1 week out of the year, so to just go with the flow. They've made it a lot of fun. They've been really bright and cheery. They are quite considerate in a way that I didn't know they would be, because when you see a lot of families and they get together, everybody kind of like jockeys for position. They want to do what they want to do, and I promised myself before we left that there's nothing that's not fun being with them, just hanging out, playing cards, doing all the fun little things, and to savor that. And how I've learned to really enjoy what's been going on is absolute present moment awareness and not getting caught up in things or wanting things or chasing things, just being. And nothing does it like that, like the beach, right? And sitting on the beach was so great. So another thing that I was noticing is when we were doing mini golf and other things, there were really gentle, beautiful, older people, and they're very patient. And there's something about, like, either whether it's a resort area or it's a vacation area, people are not in a rush, and we forget to put the brakes on and just chill out. And it's so lovely, like people hold doors for one another. People say hello, they start conversations while you're waiting in line. Where are you from? What are you doing? And after COVID, it is remarkable, and it's so wonderful. And it's one of those things that we sometimes need to be sensitive to, that there's another human being right next to us in line, lots of waiting at places that are busy and that have great food, just great conversation and learning about people. And like I learned at Celtic Kitchen, I really like the what do you call that? Like, I always call her the greeter, but it's the people that seats everybody, like the maitre d', but I think she might also be the owner, if not a manager. She's wonderful. Her name is Susan. And I remember the first day we walked in there, and her little place that she waits was god-awful hot. I mean, it was so hot. It's been pretty hot here in the high 80s, and there was even like a power outage in Connecticut, that hot. I was like, you need a little fan. And each day that we've been in there, this was our third day, she remembered Ian's name. We got to sit at the same table. She knew we were, who and what was going on, like really nice. And now she's sharing personal information and stories, and just really warm and nice. It's been that sort of thing where you're just like, let's pump the brakes and get to know people. And the conversation, I love this time because I really get to, it draws something out in Hagen as a teenager who might not be, sharing and be on his devices, loves to talk about stuff, gets excited about the beaches and the food, especially this area because it's remarkable. There are sharks. There's sharks freaking everywhere. They have all these signs and these purple flags up with the sharks on them, especially where we were yesterday at Provincetown. The seals go by, so the sharks come and eat them. And if the people go out, then you're caught up in the flurry. So they pull people out of the water. It's a really strange dynamic, but it's really cool. So you guys, what I feel like today's daily pop was for me is not being bothered and being observant, not being bothered by little things. Sometimes, like at one of the parks we were playing golf, there was a family, and there were a bunch of like rowdier teenagers, and they just had that kind of like weird, rough, snarly, bickering energy, and I can feel that. Like, I don't like to be around that. And I learned that if I'm just not bothered by that, and I turn my focus and I look at and listen to things that are pleasing, like all the waterfalls that were going on, the sweet elderly couple that was in front of us, and we were laughing because we were like so craptacular at this. We either had A shots, like we were brilliant, or just so craptacular, and just conversing with people like that, so you can shift your energy and your focus away from things that are bothersome to things that are nice, and that really helps. So another thing that I took away with that, when I said I'm not going to be bothered, I'm not going to focus on anything that's bad, heavy, and just things that are nice and light. I'm outside the hotel, so I'm just like, it's not a lot of activity either. You don't hear a lot, so it's really pleasant. And we were lucky we got sunny days. They are cool. It's very just now, once the clouds come over and it's breezy, it's just perfect. I mean, it's absolutely perfect. Like in the low 80s, no humidity. Absolutely gorgeous. We got to swim at the beach right up the road today. The water was really warm because it was like inlet. Everybody wanted to go at any time. I was like, yeah, let's go try it. And just that kind of was like somebody pulling surprises out of a bag for us. You know, I don't have to say, I don't have to plan. That's part of what a vacation is. It was really beautiful. This may sound a little weird just because I have my wrap around the microphone due to the wind, but you know, I'll go check it out in the room. But we're about to go out, and what I did, and I'm really excited to play for you guys, is I did a montage, 1 or 2 minutes all over the place. So when I feed it all back together, it'll kind of be like whatever that thing was where the guy had the food truck, that movie where you just saw a little montage. Because there are things of beauty and magnificence here that I love. The ocean, and this place, crazy synchronicities are happening. We're staying at a place called Holly something. My sister's name is Holly. My dad was married twice. He had 2 boys and a girl. And she lived in Cape Cod for a while. My dad's first wife, her mother, lived in Chatham, and they had an estate there. And it's just a lot of weird names and numbers. And Susan is my mother's name, and she is the maitre d', perhaps the owner of Celtic Kitchen. Really, really nice things. But I feel like this is regenerative because I'm remembering not to cram and to observe and to really taste everything and listen and just be in the ambiance and be in the moment and be in like vacation mode, which is like just sit and watch and listen to the birds and whale watching like yesterday in Provincetown. Simple, beautiful things like that. And my takeaway of this whole vacation is like you can make time really expand and fill out whenever you want. I mean, you really, really can. If you decide I'm going to really savor this meal and this conversation, I love sitting down at a table and just playing cards with Hagen and listening to his observations, because we were not only doing that, but we were watching, what is that show? And it kills me, and I'm addicted to it now, and I shouldn't be anywhere near TV shows like that, because it's so fascinating to me what people come up with and what the other people will or will not invest in. There's a Shark Tank or something. Yeah, now it's like Howie Mandel and a whole bunch of weird people. And we were watching that, and I was like, I would buy that. I would do that. I would invest in that. We're having a really good time. And just the little things. It's the little things that matter, being with your family, being out in nature, observing things, taking it easy, being kind to yourself, all of that. And I'm really excited. So when I get back, you guys, I'm going to be, back in full mode. I don't even know when and if I've been posting on IG. It's just kind of like all a blur, and every once in a while we just fall into bed. And like, comment down below if you guys, when you get home or in from a vacation, especially if there's beach or sand, where you just fall into bed, you just fall in and you just crash out, because that's what's been happening and going in and out of consciousness for sure. But I love you guys, and I want to thank you so much for your support. So I'm going to go upload for you.